Hello again and welcome. What we have here is a small spark gap transmitter. This is using an electronic fly swatter for the source. Let me just show you a real quick schematic. There's not a whole lot to this. Basically you have the fly swatter that's attached to these two electrodes. Across this is a small gas discharge tube. And then we have a transformer. In series with the transformer is a small capacitor. This capacitor and this coil set up a resonant frequency. Then on the secondary side we have another capacitor, and this is tuned to that same resonant frequency. And then normally we would attach an antenna up to one of these points and a ground to the other. Watched a few videos and they'll basically just run this with the primary coil, no secondary, and then they'll attach the antenna to this node or this node here. I've also seen videos where they'll place the spark gap in series with the coil. It doesn't really matter. You think about it, DC, this coil is essentially a short. We're charging up this capacitor until the point where this gas discharge tube fires, basically shorting out the capacitor, and that's setting up our tank circuit. So that'll then resonate, and that energy will be passed through to the secondary, which will have again that same frequency that we're tuning. The whole idea of this is that we can get a sharper output signal off of this. So let me just show you what this looks like. So this is of course our output capacitor, and here's our secondary coil here. And inside, here's our primary coil. And if you look down inside, that's a capacitor down in there. And this is just a gas discharge tube. This is what's acting as our spark gap. And again, the fly swatter would attach to these two electrodes here. So not a whole lot to it. What I'm going to do is hook this thing up, and then we'll take our Signal Hound spectrum analyzer, and then I can show you what the signal off of this looks like. Starting out, I had set this thing up for the 80-meter amateur band. I've since detuned it to operate at the 160-meter band. So you can see here I can tune it from basically 1.8 up to about 2 megahertz. And you'll notice the signal is fairly clean. Here's a photo of what it looks like without that secondary tank circuit, and the antenna is attached to the primary. Well, anyway, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Till the next video, we'll see you then. Later.